Nick Hanauer, he's an entrepreneur and he's an early investor in Amazon. He's a self-proclaimed member of the super rich. He has issued a warning about the growing gap between the rich and the poor. He's issued that warning to his fellow multimillionaires. He says, I'm quoting now, if we don't do something to fix the glaring inequities in this economy, the pitchforks are going to come for us. No society can sustain this kind of rising inequality. And Nick Hanauer is joining us right now. Nick, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Good morning.
Congratulations on being one of the super rich, an early investor in Amazon. That was a good move, obviously. Now, most people on the left at the moment, there is this understanding that the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer. Okay, we got that. The inequality is right there. The left says, tax the rich. Take it off them. Take it off them and give it to this group, the 99% or the middle class or the poor. You take it off them. That's how you reduce inequality. Where do you stand on that argument?
Well, look, let me start by saying that I'm a vigorous capitalist. I've helped start or started myself almost 35 companies today across a range of industries. And I believe that capitalism is the greatest social technology ever invented to create prosperity. And inequality is an intrinsic and important part of that. Our problem isn't that we have inequality. Our problem is that it's getting worse every day. Guys like me used to have about 8% of national income. Today it's in the low 20%.
Well, what would
it's
you
going
do
to be 37%.
Well, look,
and there's a whole bunch of things. Stuart, there's a whole bunch of things we could do to do it. I've been a huge advocate of raising the minimum wage because one of the stupidest things I think in our economy is giant corporations making huge profits and paying workers so little that they need to pay. They need people like me to pay for food stamps and rent assistance and Medicaid and everything else.
You raise the minimum
so
wage.
There's a broad variety of things.
Well, look, a very limited time here. Would you tax the rich?
Absolutely. I think it's an abomination that people like me pay taxes at 50% of the rate that working people do.
Wait.
It's just a con
I make
job.
a lot of money. I'm a very well-paid guy.
Not like me, dude.
Wait.
Not like me.
Right now, I pay more than half my income in federal and state income taxes. I think I'm taxed enough.
Stuart,
you're going to take more money
you
off
actually
me?
are not rich. Stuart, you are not rich. I am rich. And people like me, the people who are truly rich, don't pay 39%. We pay 20 or less.
So you want a bigger capital gains tax? You want a wealth tax?
Absolutely.
Is that it? You want that?
No, not a wealth tax. I'm actually not in favor of that. All I think is that people who are truly rich should pay taxes at the rate equal to or greater than working people.
Where's the cutoff point?
I'm not.
Where's the cutoff? Where is the truly rich? Where do you begin?
I don't know. Income above $2 million a year or something like that.
Okay, so on income over $2 million a year, you would raise the capital gains. Any profit they make,
I would raise taxes.
Profit, you raise taxes.
Yes. Yeah, I would raise taxes on all income above a couple of $1 million to the same rate that people who pay on work.
Okay, so if I make more than $2 million, I'm already paying more than half my income in state and in federal income taxes, and you would raise.
Well, then you wouldn't pay any more.
Pay, what,
no,
60%?
If you're already doing that, then you're already. So, Stuart, again, you are not rich. You may think you're rich, but you are not. I am rich, right?
Okay.
You don't make $100 million a year.
And do you think that by raising taxes on rich people, you would encourage economic growth? Do you?
There is absolutely no correlation between how much taxes rich people pay and economic growth. It is an idiotic conceit. Rich people like me can afford to pay a fair tax rate. Our problem is generating growth in the middle class. A capitalist economy, the growth in a capitalist economy depends on a thriving middle class. A thriving middle class is the source of growth and prosperity in a capitalist economy.
It's not a consequence of it. By taxing the rich.
By investing in it. By investing in it. It's not like raising taxes on people creates growth, but tax revenue enables you to make investments in the middle class, investments in education, investments in infrastructure. Look, Stuart, when I went to college, it cost $200 a quarter to go to a world-class public university. Today, it costs $15,000.
And who's to blame for that?
Here's the problem.
Come on, Nick. Who's to blame for that? Is it not the colleges themselves?
No, the simple truth is that the costs of doing college aren't that much higher than they were then. The difference is that in the old days we used to call that a public good and people paid taxes to support it, and today they do not. And now we're saddling up all our young people with debt, and they can't. Not only can't they afford college.
We got to continue this later because, as in television, you come up against a hard break. You know, you got to go to a commercial, pay the bills. You know how it goes. But come on back.
I do.
It's a good discussion, and we're open to it. Nick Hanauer, please come on back. Thanks very much indeed.